Welcome to the Arctic in Nashville, Tennessee. It is literally like 20 degrees outside, but we're gonna cook over fire today. Also, happy holidays. Today, we're gonna do a showdown for prime rib. So back in Thanksgiving, I did turkey 4 different ways. So we did the rotisserie, we put it on the smoker, baked and fried. And I think prime rib needs to be tried out 4 different ways. So today, I have 4 different prime ribs. We're gonna season them up the same way, salt, pepper, garlic, and we're gonna cook them 4 different ways. So I'm gonna bake one classic, I'm gonna throw one into the fryer, I'm gonna add one onto my smoker, and then I'm gonna cook one on the rotisserie. After that, we're gonna taste them all and see which one is the best. It's gonna be a blast. Anyway, all right, let's get started. That was a lot. This is a prime rib. It comes from the central part of the cow, and obviously it includes the rib. And it's pretty beautiful. Look at that guy. Juicy. I'm gonna season it up super simple. So a lot of the times people like to add herbs and a bunch of other seasonings onto their prime rib, but I'm keeping it super simple, salt, pepper, garlic. The only one that I'm gonna do a little different is the fried. So I'm actually not gonna season that. I'm gonna season it after frying because it's just gonna burn the seasoning completely off and it is not worth it. I have some neutral oil. You're welcome to use olive oil or beef tallow. I know a lot of my friends love adding a little bit of beef tallow. Worcestershire, you could even use my Fire Black hot sauce. Fire is my company. We make sauces and grills. Cool, shameless plug on my own channel. I have salt, pepper, garlic from Spiceology, but I will tell you that one of my favorites to use on prime rib, again, shameless plug, is my cowboy butter. That thing is crazy good. Also, you can just do salt, pepper, garlic, add a little bit of cowboy butter on top. Absolutely massive. What are you laughing at? I told you, it gets everywhere. And then make sure you get all sides, season the cutting board. So we got this guy ready to go. Let's throw this on the smoker. Oh yeah. All right, so this guy's gonna cook for a couple hours. Let's get to the next one. So prime rib is my favorite for the holidays. Oh shoot, I didn't add. Shh. If you forget to add the oil, just add it on top, it's fine. It'll be okay. The oil is really just for binder, just to help the seasoning stick better through the cooking process, and it just increases that smoke temp on the outside so that it doesn't burn as easily. The turkey one was so interesting because it totally told me what type of turkey I liked, and that was no turkey. I don't like turkey. Turkey sucks. Prime rib is so much better. So this should be for Thanksgiving and for Christmas and all the time. Now we're gonna stick this onto my rotisserie. So I have my rotisserie spike. So I'm just gonna skewer this guy right through the center. Perfect. And then my additional spike will go in. All right, let's add the charcoal onto my rotisserie. Alrighty, that'll be on for a couple hours. The cold is getting to me. Dude, it's so cold, man. Why is it so cold? Okay, so we got this guy done. I'm gonna add this guy into the oven, the classic way of making prime rib. I have my baking rack that doesn't have seasoning all over it. Add this guy on, let's throw him in the oven. Honestly, this is the most traditional way of making it because it's the easiest. It gets a good crust, but it doesn't add as much flavor. Oh yeah. So this guy just hit 130, 127-ish. So we're gonna pull it off and let it rest. We heated up the frying oil to about 350, 375. I then cut the gas line so that if it does spill over or anything, we're not having any major fires. And then I drop my guy in, turn the gas line back on, and we got it right here at 350. We're gonna cook this guy, I'm assuming about 30 to 45 minutes. I've actually never done this, so it's the best I've ever made, as my mom says, because it's the first time I've ever made it. So here we go. All right, let's cut this line. Pull this guy out. That thing is awesome. All right, I'm gonna set it to the side. We need to season it up since we didn't add any seasoning before. It smells like fried chicken wings. Boom. All right, let's let it rest. All right, we have the ultimate prime rib showdown. Starting off, the first guy that we're gonna taste test, the baked prime rib. The classic one, let's slice into this guy. Alrighty, it looks like it has a pretty solid crust. It looks great. All right. That looks pretty incredible. Oh my gosh, dude. Look how juicy this thing is. Juicy. All right, the color looks great. It's an even cook. I'm gonna do a small slice of it, and then we're gonna do the taste test with all of them together. Set this to the side. Next, we have the rotisserie. This one cooked the fastest. It was actually the first one done. Not super surprised by that because it was kind of cooking directly. This looks incredible as well. Honestly, the bark on this is a little bit better. Looks great. The only problem with rotisserie, the skewer, what it leaves behind. But slice into it. Looking pretty good. It has a little less juice than the other guys, but overall, pretty good. Next, we have smoked, and it smells very smoky. This thing looks incredible. Dare I say, this might be the best looking one. The coloring looks great. Just all of it looks great. All right, let's slice into it. Dude, that looks incredible. And it smells so smoky. All right, so the last one, the one I was most excited to try out, fried. I have no idea what it's gonna look like on the inside, but the outside looks incredible. Look at this thing. It looks so much better than I expected it to. Whew. All right, let's try them all out. Okay, here we go. We have our baked, our rotisserie, we have our smoked, and fried. They all look really good. They're starting to change a little bit of color. So let's dive in while they're still tender. So let's start it off with baked. I'm gonna try a little bit of the crust, and then I'm gonna try a little bit of the steak itself. All right, crust, good flavor, simple, classic. That's so similar to the baked turkey. It's like, it looks really good, but doesn't have a lot of like additional flavor. It is juicy, but it almost feels like the dry air in an oven just completely takes out all the moisture. 7 out of 10. Classic, simple. Let's go into the rotisserie. Try a little bit of crust. Yeah, that's good. Not my favorite, but definitely juicier. We all thought the rotisserie was gonna be the one that won. Smoked. That crust is great. Wow, that definitely the best crust. That's incredible. It's about as juicy as the rotisserie one, but it has that smoke flavor. And last, let's try fried. That crust is definitely crunchy. I don't know if I like fried steak taste. Man, that is tender. All right, so the baked one was very good, classic, but it's just a little dried out. I think it's great if you want to do it at home, something simple. The rotisserie one, I had a lot of higher hopes for. It did taste really good. The crust kind of pulled off, like that fat cap kind of pulled off, but it was fine. The smoked crust, without a doubt, is a winner. The flavor on it was still extremely juicy and smoky. That's a true competitor. And then the fried, the internal flavor of the fried was the best, but the crust was just not my favorite. So I have to say, my favorite is smoked. I think the smoked prime rib is without a doubt my favorite. It adds a ton of flavor into the fat. The seasoning is just super well. The crust is good. And you know what? For this time, I didn't baste with butter. I didn't inject or like do anything else that you could think of that's crazy. But if you wanted to, you're more than welcome to. Let me know in the comments below which one you think would be your favorite, as well as which one's the favorite for your family when you are cooking for the holidays. So make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel by clicking that button in my profile, as well as go into the description. You can find some of my favorite seasonings for cooking prime rib this holiday season. Like I was saying, I love my new cowboy butter rub. It's epic, as well as go and check out Fire Black Hot Sauce. That's my hot sauce. It'd be an epic binder. And as always, stay so freaking delicious. Cheers. I know I'm saying everything's cold, but and I get it. Like everybody, the whole crew's been telling me I'm a little because I'm saying I'm cold out here, but like, dude, seriously, you can see the color change. Literally, you can just watch it change. This thing's frozen right now.